My name is Lorraine Garvey of District 32, and I've got the pleasure of speaking with Ajay Amin of Ezios today, which is one of his businesses, and we're just going to explore, who you are, welcome you to the network, learn a little bit more about you and what you do. But first of all, Ajay, how are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. Beautiful weather on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, it's freezing here.
Nice and warm here.
Well, I'll be looking forward to getting over and seeing you the week after next. So Ajay, welcome aboard District 32. You're an established business owner. You've got lots of value to bring. You are a sponsor on the Eastern Coast. You've joined as a Connect Premium member within the District 32 network. But Ajay, tell me a little bit about your primary business at the minute, Ezios. What is that? What do you do? How do you help people in business?
Cool. Okay, so pretty much I started this business Ezios Supplies about 12 years ago. At that time, it was just one staff and a part-time delivery driver, and I was looking for an opportunity to get out of the corporate politics. So okay. I said this was an opportunity. I said, hold on, this I can make this work. Office supplies, it can't be that hard. And so I went in and looked at the figures, and I'm thinking, God, this I can turn this around. And with my experience I've gained while I was as in the corporate accounting field, so I said, okay, give it a go. And to tell you the truth, I made a ridiculous offer, in a sense, hoping the owner will say no, just to make me feel better. So I said, so I made a ridiculous offer, and he said, done, it's yours. And I said, you're kidding me. And and then I really looked at the figures again. I'm thinking, it's okay. I can make this, I can make this turn around. And at that time, when I did make a ridiculous offer, I was still being employed. So I then went into my, my employer, and I've been working for them for like 6 years. And the hardest part, walking through your boss's door and say, here's my resignation. Yeah. And he just did not see it coming. He said, what happened? Everything all right? What's going on? And he refused to accept my resignation in. He said, you tell me what you want, whatever, that kind of thing. And I said, no, I needed a change, and if I don't do it now, I will never do it down. So you're always going to have that regret moment, as if kind of thing. So I said, I'm going to do it. And he said, no, have a 24 hours to think about it, and then let me know what you think. So I spoke to the family, and I said, what do you reckon? And the first thing the kids said, does that mean we're going to spend more time with you? And I said, absolutely. And, not knowing anyway. But so on next morning, I said, no. And then he said, okay, I'm going to give this resignation in. I'm not going to accept it. You go and do what you want, and I guarantee you'll be back in whatever, 3 months, 6 months, and the job will still be open. So I said, okay, go for it. So fast forward 10 years, I've still got that business. and I'm still keeping in touch with him, so it is good. And he's still a client of ours.
Oh,
so
good.
We are pretty much a one-stop shop for all office supplies, stationery supplies. And in that time, I've grown to 3 locations. So one in Oxford. So Southport was my baby. And then I bought, 3 years later, I bought another business down in Oxford, which was very established with back to school in the education sector. And then once that was established, I then had another opportunity down Tweed Heads, which was well established again. So I said, I saw an opportunity where I wanted to get into art supplies, name badges, stamps. Now I thought this would be a great fit for the businesses. So and they're all running well. So pretty much and the beauty is I've still got existing staff which does all my deliveries. So we cover all the way from Brisbane to Byron Bay. So where the clients order online, phone, email, and they put an order in, we deliver right to their doorstep. Not only that, we put it away for them. So that just creates that good relationship with the person in the front, like office managers or receptionists. Yeah.
You also do the furniture as well, though, don't you, AJ?
Office furnitures,
Yeah.
pretty much the cleaning, printers. So basically, one shop in a sense. It's amazing. We got so many different business categories. We're
Yeah.
not just accountants or lawyers. We do a lot of manufacturing businesses. It doesn't, lately in the last 18 months since COVID, we're now servicing a lot of people working from home office,
Yeah.
where they all need office
Everything.
chairs, printer, and a keyboard, mouse, just a small little round thing, because a lot of them are working from webcam. I remember during COVID, I had one client desperately needed about 30 of those webcam, and no one had it in stock. So
Wow.
somehow I managed to get a foot in the door and say, "Yep, I've got it." And straight away we supplied those. And what they did, they're giving it all the webcam to all their employees to work from home.
That was a good time for you then, AJ.
It was a very good timing,
Yeah.
and also just add to that story during the COVID. As you probably would know, there was a lot of short supply, and the biggest one was the hand sanitizers
Yeah.
and the rats. So I got in early and got 3 pallets of hand sanitizers and 3 pallets of the rats, because I normally follow the trends from the UK.
Yeah.
So I follow exactly what's happening in from UK, because that's where I'm from. I listen to what's happening there, and I'm thinking normally what happens there generally will follow up this end. So I
Yeah.
took the punt and I said, and everyone kept saying, "Why are you stocking up?" Especially my staff. They said, "What are you doing? Are you remote? Every time you're going into lockdown, no one's going to buy anything." I said, "No, just let's do it. I'm just following. I'm taking a punt, and and trust me, that put us on the map in a sense. Everyone needed the rats. Everyone needed the hand sanitizers, especially all the schools, because no one had that in stock. And because of the border shut, no one could get into Queensland. And a lot of my clients, for example, like the big boys, their supply was in Sydney and they couldn't get through.
Wow.
So, and it was more of a thinking outside the square, what else can I do for my clients? So I always go over and above, trying to make sure that their business is not interrupted.
And that's also what's led you then to, open another business,
Yes.
AJ.
So over just about 4 or 5 months ago, I had an approach from a printing company, and in the last couple of years, I always wanted to get into printing, but there was nothing was available. And then suddenly, out of the blue, they rang me and they said, "We've got this existing business for sale. Would you be interested? And we think it'd be a great fit for your business." And I said, "Okay, let me do the sums." And it was a franchise, worldwide franchise. And I thought, great opportunity. And I kept saying, "Do I really want it? Do I really need that headache?" As you know, when you buy a business, the biggest issue is always going to be staff. And do I need that headache? I said, the business was going itself, and I thought, no, it needed that little missing puzzle. And I thought this would be a great fit for Ezios Supplies. So I signed the paper, and I tell you, my family were not happy.
No.
So they kept saying, "What are you doing? You're not exactly getting younger." But I said, "No, it's just give me challenge, and I'll just love challenges. And then I did a 4 weeks training with the printing side. Didn't realize there was so much involved in terms of what kind of material it is, what kind of product it is. There was a new terminologies. So yeah, and it's going well. So this is my third month in this side of the business, and loving it.
Well, good for you. You're clearly an astute businessman and a born entrepreneur. But we're
Thank you.
looking for the next, as we say, we're hustling, we're always hustling. But
That's
it's the challenge, right? It's the challenge of the hustling.
It is a challenge. But as I said, my motto is, when a client says something and they say, can be anything, I'll always say yes. Yes. And then I'll work it out afterwards. How am I going to do this? Or I'll come up with a solution, and then and that's what I love, trying to come up with that solution providers.
Mm.
Yeah.
AJ, we're really happy to have you on the network.
Thank
I think
you.
you've got a lot of you've got a lot of skills and experience to bring to the network.
Yes.
And hopefully we can be part of that next level of growth journey for you. But it's also thank you for sharing your story into business.
I'm looking forward to it. No, I'm looking forward to be contributing to the group, and then and as I always said, you're never too old to learn, and you're always learning things. Even to yesterday, I learned something new, and I'm thinking, it's just So that's something I always thrive on. You learn, you never stop learning.
No, we don't. And thank you, AJ, for sharing your story. It's always nice to hear how we ended up in business. Sometimes as I ended up in business being a bit naive myself, it's like, oh, if I can make you millions of dollars, I can do it for me. Naive, right? and you are. But look, it brings us to where we are. We're having these conversations. It is all about the next hurdle, the next hustle, the next challenge. But look, at the end of the day, we're here to serve. And you're here to serve. You're always looking for ways to serve your customers, serve them better. And yeah, thank you for being part of the network.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
AJ, I'll speak to you soon. Thank you.
Soon. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.